When I realized how many insurance agents are recruited into a multi-level marketing insurance agency each year under false premises, to me it's just downright disturbing. I mean, the numbers are crazy. And when I say under false premises, it is my opinion, like one of which is that the agent is being told that they are an independent insurance agent, when the truth is they're more captive than independent. And another is how many of these multi-level marketing insurance agencies start their agents with these really, really low and what I believe to be unrealistically low commission levels. Today we'll be going over the pros and cons of working with one of these MLM, multi-level marketing type of insurance companies, and the difference between working with them and being what I consider to be a truly independent insurance agent. And yes, guys, I would love it if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. We're putting out new insurance agent sales content and training videos every single week. And let's start by stating that, one, there are a few, certain types of people who do really well working with the MLM insurance agency business model. And two, if you're new to final expense and or mortgage protection sales and you're realizing that you might be contracted under one of these MLM insurance agency umbrella things, where you just don't seem to fit, relax, guys. We all have to start somewhere, and to me, no one can actually hold us captive if we really want to leave. I'll also be sharing what you'll need to do in order to get released from any insurance agency, including the MLMs. And when I say any insurance agency, I mean like any insurance agency. When people get newly recruited into the insurance agency, and I want to say especially during like your first few months, all of us go through this. We're all just trying to figure out the basics of selling insurance policies. So I really don't think it matters that much, if your commission level is a little bit lower than maybe what you can get elsewhere, or if you're even working like age leads, compared to newer leads, because, they don't want to generate fresh leads for you. They basically what they want to do is, they want to see you prove yourself. They want to see you learn some basics and then, maybe move into a better intent or a newer, fresher type of lead. To me, the idea of working aged or old leads when you're new is so that you can cut through, at least part of the learning curve and make your early mistakes without wasting a lot of money on high intent and high quality leads that you can't close. And FYI, guys, I don't believe in reselling leads. I never have. And guys, if you stick around until the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to get a copy of two things. The last will and testament that you can share with all of your clients, along with the appointment setting super file, which this thing has scripts on setting final expense appointments from like all kinds of different leads, even some of those older age leads that you may have laying around from the old MLM agency that you used to work with. There are two signs of a multi-level marketing insurance company that, well, in my mind, kind of stick out more than anything. The first is like where they'll recruit you at that sub 100%, a commission level below 100%. And with production, they promise the world. They promise to move your commission levels up little by little. It's the old carrot on a stick business model, which to me, look, guys, maybe there's really nothing wrong with this, unless maybe the commissions for most of the products, like the whole life insurance and term policies, are like way under 100%. Some companies actually start their agents with first year commission levels around, I want to say 60 or 70%. To me, this is just my belief, 100% is really like a minimal wage for insurance agents. So just keep that in mind. What I'm getting at is that I have the opinion that most agents whose main carrier, the leading product that you're selling, has a first-year commission level that may be under 100% and is most likely just way too low for you, the agent, to survive on. I mean, even if you make a bunch of sales right from the start, And in my opinion, guys, this is just not really cool. The second, and this one kind of makes me nuts, is where you are told to bring your friends and your families, bring everybody that you know to the meeting that's going to be tonight, that's going to be life-changing. And then, of course, you're told, well, by then you're usually told to start recruiting and building an insurance agent downline before you're even like a top producer. Or even like before you know the basic ins and outs of the business, you know, that you're recruiting the agents to work in. This is comparable to someone opening up, how do I say, like a doctor's office. Meanwhile, they're still in school and not even a real licensed doctor yet. To me, it just doesn't make sense. And when companies do this, it's all out of greed. I mean, and that's exactly what a lot of these MLM managers are doing. I hate to say it, but it's true. I kind of get it, because maybe they're thinking, you know, that if you, the agent, doesn't work out, but you bring in a lot of people, a lot of recruits, that maybe after you're gone, some of those agents might stick, okay, and actually work out, which means they can still profit off of your agents, even if you don't. Again, this business model can work for the very few special people who have that certain type of special personality, and often have no problem with maybe bending facts, maybe potentially behaving unethical, and who are willing to do anything and everything possible to grow their insurance agency. Important, if you are actually selling Medicare insurance products like Medicare Advantage or Med-Supps, Medigap, and you're not getting paid full commissions and full lifetime renewals on the Medicare Advantage products, they're lifetime, you are, in my opinion, getting ripped off. You're really getting the bad end of the stick. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, if you're not like 100% sure what those commissions should be, and maybe you're thinking that the agency that you're contracted through and working with is actually sharing in your commissions, maybe a part that they shouldn't be, go ahead, feel free to contact me anytime. I'll happily either give you some direction, point you in a better way, or even possibly offer you access to our free exclusive leads and full commissions Medicare Advantage prescription drug sales platform. Before I describe to you what I consider to be a truly independent insurance agent, there's not a lot of us out there, but there's one other aspect about being contracted under an insurance agency who actually claims that their agents are independent, but they're actually not. This is in the way that they do not have an open release policy. And this is what it means. I've heard agents tell me, oh yeah, I work with this company. Maybe it's MLM. They've got 3 initials, but they've got an open release agreement. And I'm finding out, you know, that the agent has to go through a bunch of hoops only to realize later that they were lied to. And it all comes down to the way that the company does not have an open release policy, and what happens is they send the agent something really crazy, unethical that they would need to sign, and that like the new upline would need to sign, and basically for them to release the contracts. The thing is, some of these companies will say it and then they won't release you at all. And it's messed up. I mean, it is and it isn't. The good news is when this happens, whatever carrier you really like writing with them, you have to go 6 months without writing, and then you can move that carrier. And you have to do it with all of them, of course, if you're going to move all your carriers, all of your contracts. And it happens, doesn't happen a lot, thankfully, but it does happen when one of our contracted agents comes to me and is like, Doug, I need you to release me. This isn't working for me, or for whatever reason, I found something different I want to try. I will absolutely release that agent through what we call a general release agreement. And guys, the way that this works is as long as the agent has no debt and has been actually writing clean business that stays on the books. In other words, as long as it doesn't look like half their business has fallen off and they're really going to roll up a bunch of debt. And it's got to be with every carrier that they've had through us too. They will be released from each and every carrier. The only thing that's stipulated in a real open release agreement is that any debt that they may roll up to the releasing agency that isn't taken care of by the released agent will be paid by the new IMO, the new insurance agency. In the event, the rare event, where the MLM agency is willing to release the agent, I have seen some release agreements that were like horrifically unethical, and where like the MLM is only willing to release the agent if the new insurance agency manager agrees to be liable for any type of potential lawsuit that could possibly occur between the agent and the MLM, you know, the agency, including it's like defacing of character. In other words, if the agent wanted to leave the MLM and come work with an insurance agency like ours, and I were to sign that crazy agreement, I would actually be accepting that I am okay with being liable in the event where the releasing agency decides to actually sue the agent for anything, whatever it is. Like if the agent went on to an insurance forum and started saying, oh, this 3-letter MLM is terrible, they're scumbags, and then they could actually sue me for that. And to me, I mean, an agreement like that is just, it's super, super unethical. I mean, guys, I've seen some of these companies do some unethical things, but this one with the 3 letters that does this, it's shameless. I don't suggest signing anything that talks about lawsuits so you could be released to a different agency. I mean, none of that verbiage should even be in there at all. In my opinion, you're probably just better off waiting out the 6 months while selling other products that maybe you don't have a contract with that company with. You know, there's so many different products that this shouldn't be a problem. Everyone wants to be an independent insurance agent, right? And guys, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, this should 100% absolutely be your goal too, if for some reason it's not, or even if you're with one of those MLM companies. However, there are some myths about what it's like to be, you know, an independent insurance agent. For instance, an insurance agent who is, in my opinion, truly independent is already a master at their business and has no need for training. I mean, it's good to be part of a group that still does some type of like, you know, some like a training and maybe has like a group me app like we do, but they don't like actually, you know, need help. I mean, that's the whole part. They're independent. They already know how to do the business. They're buying leads from multiple lead sources or generating them on their own, and they're doing their own thing. Not only this, but an independent insurance agent owns their book of business, and therefore they don't need to worry about the last insurance agency that they were working with or carrier giving their like old leads or clients to another agent who can literally go to people that maybe, you know, you've already sold insurance to and either convince them to cancel the policy and take out a new one in their name, or just sell your client more insurance on top of what you've sold them. And very important, a truly independent insurance agent gets street level commissions, and that's what we call it. So, and I'm talking for the life insurance products, by the way, guys, which is basically where those first year commission for the main products that they're selling is generally 100–110%, and in some cases even higher. Independent agents working in the senior market selling products like Medicare Advantage should be paid the same commissions across the board. This is how Medicare insurance sales work. So with the life insurance products, your commission levels could be different with different products, but like if you're selling Medicare Advantage, you enroll someone, it doesn't matter what the carrier is, you should be getting the exact same commission and exact same renewal every year. So with life insurance, let's say Joe agent who sells 15 policies per week, you know, he's really killing it. And in my opinion, absolutely should have a higher commission than John agent who's only selling like 2 or 3 a week or maybe a handful a month. But with Medicare Advantage, you know, that Joe, he's making the exactly same, even if he's doing 20 a week, as John who does 2 a year. That's how Medicare is. This is one of the big differences between selling Medicare insurance products and selling life insurance or final expense products. And guys, so that you know and can be sure that you're not getting ripped off by the agency that maybe you're working with, allow me to show you the commission structure for selling Medicare Advantage. Your first year commissions on a brand new to Medicare client should be $573, and that's right here in 2022. And if you're switching the client from one plan to another, which is most of our sales, then your 12-month pay should be a total of $287. Either way though, this is important, that lifetime annual renewal for each plan should be $287 per year, and that's going to go up. Next year, like whatever you sell, that number will be a little bit higher. But for the existing clients that you sell this year, it'll always stay $287. That's that lifetime income stream. I love it, man. That's what selling Medicare products is all about. For a copy of the appointment setting super file, along with the last will and testament that you can print out and leave with all of your clients, everyone that you sell, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. For more info on becoming a completely independent insurance agent, and we actually do help you, we actually do have the training, and we actually do have the lead programs, just shoot me an email at that same address. Remember guys, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get out there and do something good for someone today. Happy hunting.